How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be unlocking the gold created player at shortstop. I'm going to be unlocking the level 25 silver pack that gives me a flashback diamond from a previous MLB The Show game, and I'm also going to be using some of those new cards that I unlocked throughout this video. I recently picked up Matt Olson, and I'm also going to be choosing Gary Sanchez at that level 25 pack. I talked a little bit about picking up Raul Mondesi or Alberto Mondesi, but I decided to go with Sanchez because I recently unlocked a creative player at the pitcher position. That was the previous video, and I wanted to have another solid catcher at a primary position in order to use that creative player at pitcher. But I figured I would try to get some XP by completing these shortstop creative player moments. This was probably the toughest one. The one with Tatis where you had to steal 2 bases in one game, that was probably the most challenging. But these moments are pretty simple. A lot of these are pretty easy to complete rather quickly, and you can complete them on your first few tries. They don't take too much time, but they do give you a good amount of XP by completing all of these moments. And of course, you have a gold option of a free creative player to use to grind out. And the diamonds of all the creative players are really good. I'm trying to get a diamond creative player at shortstop, second base, catcher, and both of the pitching positions, which I already have a diamond at the catching position. I'm working towards a diamond at the pitcher position, as well as I'll work on this shortstop. At times, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to try to use this Gary Sanchez card. I thought about taking Alberto Mondesi, but because I have Byron Buxton and that speed option on the bench, I figured I would just use Gary Sanchez. I'll try him out in this event. Let's go ahead and see if we can get 2 wins in this event and unlock a Ballin' is a Habit pack as well. We have Gleyber Torres leading this inning off against Noah Syndergaard. And Noah Syndergaard on Hall of Fame is a pretty good pitcher. He doesn't have the highest hits and Ks per 9, but because he does have the outlier quirk and a really hard sinker, it makes him a little bit more usable and valuable on the harder difficulties in terms of Hall of Fame and Legend. However, the PCI size is still going to be a little bit bigger because those hits and Ks per 9 attributes aren't that high of a rating. So those are little things that come into play here. I'm using 99 Corey Kluber. I'm facing Juan Soto. This is the gold version of Juan Soto. And I wanted to show off Gary's defense a little bit. I wanted to try this card out because Carlos Santana plays catcher as a secondary position. His blocking attribute is in the 40s, I believe. Gary Sanchez has much higher blocking attribute. I've already seen some drop third strikes get by Santana where they're able to beat it out for a single or I guess a strikeout and reach base. So that's not what I'm looking to have happen, especially in close ranked seasons games on these harder difficulties. So that's why I wanted to pick up Gary Sanchez. Here I have no idea what happened on the bases. I was trying to send Juan Soto back to second base, and then once he kind of rounded second too far, I was trying to send him to third. So then Josh Bell, my pinch hitter, was going back to third base for some reason when he was already about to score. That was just a weird play, but Mike Trout is going to clear the bases regardless. I thought that one was going to get out of there, so I didn't want to overrun my runners. I didn't want to mess up there. I felt like he had a chance to make the play too. Once I saw him jump up, I thought he was going to catch it, so that was kind of an interesting play. Luckily, we got a run. We increased the lead a little bit, making it a 3-0 game. Matt Olson in his debut hasn't done anything. That last pitch was a good chance to get something going, but I just hit it right to the second baseman. Looking to get out of this jam. I'm not trying to blow this 3-run lead. We have Roberto Osuna in the game, and I wanted to use a couple different righties because this is a live series or flashback event. I don't really have the best relievers to go to. Most of my relievers I'm using in ranked seasons are legends. Eric Gagne, Dennis Eckersley, players like that. I do have Charlie Morton. I wanted to save him because I feel Roberto Osuna might be a little bit better than that Charlie Morton anyway, even though Osuna's a gold. But regardless, we're going with Casey Mize in this one. Facing the gold, Shohei Ohtani. We have Mike Trout leading off this inning with a base hit, a 3-2 count. He hits the slider, pulls it just early but squared up. And I think that this gold Ohtani is pretty good simply because his slider is really slow. His splitter is a little bit slower than the one on his diamond card. There we get the splitter over the middle of the plate with Matt Olson. He rips that one into the gap, and that's going to be an RBI double as he throws it all the way home from the wall with Acuna. I was lucky that he didn't throw to the cutoff. I probably would have been out, but it would have been a much closer play at the plate. Anyway, we have Casey Mize pitching here. He's really good. Matt Olson gets a solid play, diamond fielding over there at first base. I kind of want to try Matt Olson in the outfield as well, but he's kind of slow. Anyway, Gary Sanchez gets a perfect ground ball on the splitter over the middle of the plate. Sat on the splitter rather well in this game so far. We have 1 run, and that was due to Matt Olson's double. Here, Gary Sanchez smacks one into the gap of his own, and Gallo tracks that one down. I like using Joey Gallo. I like having the versatility. He plays all the outfield as well as the corner infield positions with gold fielding at all of them and 80 reaction, which is great. I feel like that really helps players out regardless of the speed. So I might try Matt Olson out there in the outfield, even though he only has like 30-something speed. It might be usable. It might be worthy to test him out. He might have just as much range as Reggie Jackson. I don't really know. But anyway, we get the strikeout there. Gary Sanchez blocking the ball pretty well so far. Wanted to include some of that. But Josh Bell pinch hitting off the bench. This card is so good. I got to find a place for that Josh Bell. He is amazing. And Juan Soto's not leaving the lineup anytime soon either. This card is an absolute beast. I've already hit like 15 to 20 home runs with him. And I've really only played with him in this event. I've picked him up on a All-Star and Hall of Fame event, and he's gone off. Against righties, against lefties, doesn't really matter. He's going to be hitting in the leadoff spot. But Joey Gallo gets a check swing single. I have no idea what that was. His first baseman kind of vacated. I thought we were about to freeze in this situation. We did not, but it's a 1-0 count. I'm looking for a good pitch to hit with Gary Sanchez. I need to get something going. I'm like 1 for 3 with him. He had 1 hit in this game and no hits in the last game. But there we get the cutter over the middle of the plate. Just cut right over the barrel. And that one is sent out on a just early good. No doubter. That's the reason why I picked up that Gary Sanchez. I feel like I can hit righty on righty much better in this year's game. So I'm going to use a lot more right-handed hitters than I have in previous years. Even though I have some solid lefties in my lineup, I'm also trying to get some solid righties with both. With power, really good power against both sides, righties and lefties, because I've had a lot of success hitting with righties on righties, and that hasn't really happened in years past. I've been a much better hitter with left-handed batters, but anyway, I'm using this Amir Garrett, and this card can get a little wild. I was having a tough time locating with him. Walked the first batter, which was Rizzo, brought him in to face the lefty. Now we have back-to-back righties who hit lefties really well. Ozzie Albies, who knocks a single. JD Martinez, 3-1 count, got extremely lucky with a double play ball right there. Now we got to face Acuna. So 3 guys in a row that really hit lefties really well, and I'm looking to just get out of it. We have a 6-run lead. It was nice to score a bunch of runs in the last couple innings, but I started off a little slow in this event. You know, I was able to score a few runs so far. I haven't really given up that many runs, though. That's been the difference. I haven't scored as many as I did during the last one, but I haven't given up hardly any runs at all. Pitching on Hall of Fame is much different than it is on All-Star, in my opinion. But we do get the ball in as a habit pack. Let's go ahead and open up this pack. We might have a diamond in here. Either way, it's going to boost us up to over 100,000 stubs. I recently spent some stubs on equipment items. But I also wanted to talk about this screenshot right here. So we didn't get a diamond in that last pack. We got Roberto Osuna, who's a really good gold card going for about 2K. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this schedule and what's upcoming in MLB The Show. We have a few headliners that were just released. We have the Vita Blue in set 7. We'll have some new Battle Royale rewards coming out this coming week on the 7th, as well as a brand new headliner pack on Tuesday. I think that is a change date. We normally have headliner packs at a later date in the week. If I'm mistaken, I could be wrong on that. But anyway, second inning program is coming out 3 days later. And I'm thinking that those kind of dates were changed because of the second inning program. But in the next week or so, we have a lot of things happening. New ranked seasons rewards will be released with 2 brand new players added to that World Series choice pack. So you'll be able to select the players that are already in there if you haven't quite made World Series yet and you still want to earn Rogers Hornsby, Juan Pierre, or Adley Rutschman. You'll be able to select those cards again from what I'm understanding of this screenshot. But then there will also be 2 new players added. Could be some really good cards. We could start to see some Signature Series players added to the game. We've seen a couple released already in the sense of John Franco and a couple other of those guys throughout the first inning program and stuff like that. So thank you all for watching this video. I'm College Lefty, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. I plan on uploading as many videos as possible this week. Until next time, peace out.